Okay, well, let's get started in a second. For those of you who don't have one yet, maybe try to find a water bottle or something that you can use to help you balance, and you can put it at the front of your mat. You by no means need it, so if you don't have one, that's fine. It just might help you balance a bit. We're going to be doing some half moon and revolved half moon, so having something to hold on to may help you. I'll give you a moment to get that. But again, if not, no worries. You'll still be able to do the class perfectly fine and great. All right. And when you have your object or are ready, let's go ahead and get started on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. So you can bring the soles of your feet to touch, knees butterfly out wide, and let your entire spine, your entire back melt into your mat. Rest your head down and begin to just come into this space right here. Notice the soles of your feet pressing together. And notice how that press allows your knees to fall open with gravity, gently softening towards your mat, towards the ground. You can bring one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And as always, just notice where your breath is falling today. Maybe you're breathing into your belly. Maybe you're breathing into your sides. Maybe your heart, your chest space. There is no right or wrong, but just acknowledge where it is, where your breath is naturally filling and deflating today. Deep inhale together. Audible exhale out. Now inhale, fill up through your belly, fill up through your side bodies, fill up through your heart. Hold. Audible exhale. Again, fill up through your belly, through your side bodies, through your heart. Hold. Audible exhale out. Let every drop of air go. One more time. Inhale, fill up through your belly, through your side bodies, through your heart. Hold. Audible exhale, let it go. And begin to continue with your full deep inhales and exhales on your own. As always, this is your space, your practice. My voice is just a guide. My voice is just a guide in terms of what you do with your physical body, as well as what the pace of your breath is. So please feel free to do whatever feels good in your body, and feel free to go at whatever pace your breath is calling for. As you exhale, you're welcome to continue with your deep audible exhales, or you can seal your lips, exhale through your nose, creating a little more heat in your body. As we've been here for a few moments, take notice. Come back to acknowledging your hips. Come back to that pressing of the soles of your feet together. Notice the sensation of your hips, of your glutes, of your feet. And as you're ready, you can bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. Slowly close your knees like a book, and then hug your knees into your chest. Begin to rock side to side, massaging your low back, always moving with your breath. If you'd like, you can take some circles with your knees to the left. Maybe you inhale as you pull your knees into your chest, exhale as they go far away from you. Whatever pace, whatever system works for your breath. And then switch directions if you haven't done so already. Nice. As you're ready, grab for the backs of your knees. Begin to rock and roll the length of your spine a couple of times. Gets playful with it, and then roll all the way over into a tabletop position. So shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Hug up through your belly button. So imagine there's a string coming up through your spine, all the way up to the ceiling, pulling your belly button up. And then press your hands so much so into the mat that your L shape between your pointer finger and your thumb seals down. Then pull your wrist towards your knees and your knees towards your wrist. Feel that hug of your core. Nice. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Spread your collarbones wide. Tailbone lifts to the back corner of your space. Again, your core is engaged. Even though it's splaying, can you bring your lower ribs in towards one another? Nice. Inhale here. Exhale, cat, round and curl your spine. Again, your belly button hugs up towards the ceiling. Press through the space behind your heart. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Move a couple times, your own breath, your own movement. You're welcome to take any variations you'd like, so you can always add tapping of your feet, maybe throw a little yogi tantrum. You can bring your hands to point out or towards your knees if you'd like a little wrist stretch. You can always barrel roll your spine, go side to side with your hips, whatever feels good. Remember, this is your space, your practice. As long as you're moving with your breath, you are doing yoga. Then come back to your neutral tabletop position. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and then back. You can pedal into one knee, pedal into the other. Make sure your hands are shoulder width distance. Your feet are hips width distance. And then the goal of down dog is to lengthen your spine. So as you're pedaling, can you send your hips even higher towards the sky? Yes. It's okay if your heels don't touch the ground. That's totally fine. Maybe you take a deep bend in your knees to allow your spine to lengthen. Spiral your biceps in towards one another to release your shoulders down. Beautiful. Find some stillness for 2 rounds of breath. On your next inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Tiptoe your feet to meet your hands. Feet come hips width distance or wider. Take a nice deep bend in your knees. Let your head hang heavy. And shift your weight into your toes. You're welcome to grab for opposite elbow if you'd like. I encourage you to take the opposite grip that you normally do. So if you always put your right arm in front, see what happens if you put your left. Be open to that change, that vulnerability. As you sway, maybe you shake your head yes, shake your head no, release your neck and head completely. Continue shifting your weight forward into your toes. The more you do so, the more you will allow your torso, your back to drape over your legs. Softly release your hands down to the mat. Then tent up through your left fingertips right underneath your face. Inhale, open arm twist. Bend your left knee, lift your right arm high, tenting onto your fingertips to keep your spine long. So right arm is open towards the right side, your chest is opening towards the right, and then press into the pinky side edge of your right foot. Feel that IT band stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Switch out your hands. So tent up your right fingers directly under your face. Bend your right knee. Inhale, open arm twist. Left arm opens up towards the left side of the room. Then press into the pinky toe of your left foot. Feel that IT band stretch. Softly release your hand. Toe heel your feet together to touch, or keep your feet hips width distance, whatever you prefer. Wherever you are, root down through all 4 corners of your feet. Engage through your legs. And on your longest inhale yet, roll all the way up to standing. Bone by bone, bit by bit. Head, neck, and shoulders come last. Come up to standing, hands at heart center. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Together here, we set our intention. You are welcome to take any intention you'd like today for your practice. If you can't think of an intention, I invite you to have the intention of joy, playfulness throughout your practice. How can you have fun? How can you enjoy what you're doing for these next 60 moments? Inhale here. Audible exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale. Audible exhale. Beautiful, blink your eyes open. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise. So root down through all four corners of your feet. Your quadriceps are engaged so much so that your kneecaps lift up. Your biceps frame your ears. And then can you spiral your pinkies in towards one another to release your shoulders down your back? Yes. And then find your neutral spine with your back. So if you tend to stick your butt out a little, you have that natural curve in your spine, pull your hip points up towards your shoulders to tuck your pelvis. If you tend to naturally tuck, can you press your hips back a little bit? Find that neutral place where your core is super locked and engaged. Yes, inhale here. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, spread through your heart. Imagine you're going up and over a huge beach ball behind you. How can you lift your chest up rather than back? Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center, come all the way down. Again, shift your weight into your toes. Bend into one knee, bend into the other. Feel your hamstrings waking up. And inhale, halfway lift with your spine. Plant your hands on your shins or your thighs. Iron out your spine and peek over the top of your mat as if you're looking over a cliff in front of you. So imagine if I put a cup of juice right between your shoulder blades, it would stay right there. Hug your belly button in, close your lower ribs. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Step your feet back. Hands are shoulder width distance. Feet are hips width distance. And we'll go through one full round of Chaturanga here together. Know that you are welcome to take this on your knees or just stay in high plank. So moving super slow, stay with me. Inhale, hinge forward, stack your elbows over your wrists. Exhale, lower down to 90 degrees. Hug your elbows in towards your side bodies. Engage your belly button. Inhale, upward facing dog. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Spread your collarbones wide. And you're pressing into the tops of your feet to lift your knees off the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Beautiful work. We're going to flow through 2 times. Breath to movement. Again, move at your own pace. My voice is just a guide. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Flow through any variation of Chaturanga you'd like. We meet in a downward facing dog. Inhale together. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, flow through your Chaturanga. Maybe you jump back, land with bent elbows if that's in your practice. Just giving options. You're always welcome to take or leave whatever you'd like. We move on. Inhale, lift your right toes high. And then exhale, scorpion your dog. Bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of your left. Take some wiggles, shakes with your right knee, your right hip, but try to keep your shoulders square. So can you keep the twist coming from your mid-spine? Yes. Inhale, bring your right knee back, or your right legs rather, back straight behind you, three-legged down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Tent up onto your left fingertips, right on the inside of your right foot. Inhale, open arm twist. Lift your right arm high and hold. So this is just like what we did in our Ragdoll pose, but our feet, our legs are different. Can you pull your right foot back towards the back of your mat to engage through your entire hamstring? Then bring your left hip forward, right hip back. See if you can twist open even more through your chest. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Engage your inner thighs and magnetize them together as your shoulders lift over your hips. So you're pressed into your back foot, pressed up on your back toes, and your back heel, your left heel, stacks directly on top of your left toes. Then bring that 90-degree bend into your front leg. If you'd like to take a bend in your back knee to allow your shoulders to come over your hips, I encourage you to do so, and then slowly work on straightening through your left knee. You're so strong. Stay with me. Stay with your breath. Stay with your intention. Inhale. Exhale, vertical twist. Right arm goes back, left arm forward. Twist over towards the right side of the room. So pull through both hands. Imagine you're lengthening from the top to the bottom of your mat. Hug your core in as your shoulders twist towards the right. Yes, you can. Stay and breathe. Inhale, come back to crescent lunge with control. Exhale, warrior two. Spiral your back foot down. Find your warrior two stance, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment with your feet. Then your front knee stacks directly over your front ankle. Your front knee spirals out towards the pinky side edge of your right foot. Gaze can go over your front middle finger. And then notice your shoulders. Maybe you bring them 1 inch back to stack directly over your hips. Imagine if I came by and pressed down on your arms, they would stay right where they are because they're so strong. Breathe here. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Arms come to 6 and 12. Your right arm is down, left arm is up, and then over if it's comfortable in your practice. Now imagine my hand is on your left shoulder blade. Breathe into that space. Exhale, twist open a little more. One more time. Inhale, breathe into your left shoulder blade. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay with me. I know your right leg is burning. Right arm up and then back. Bump your hips forward to find that side body stretch through your right side. Yes, you can. Find the joy. Find the playfulness. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Whew. Flow through any version of Chaturanga. Maybe you take an Ekapada this time, one-legged. Whatever you need. Beautiful work. Full round of breath in your down dog. All right, other side. Inhale, lift your left toes high. Exhale, scorpion your dog. Bend your left knee this time. Stack your left hip on top of your right, but keep those shoulders square. So gaze is directly in between your middle hands, and then you're twisting, opening, bending through your left knee, your left hip. Inhale, come back to three-legged down dog. Press the sole of your foot into an imaginary wall behind you. Exhale, low lunge, footsteps between your hands. Tent up onto your right fingertips. Press into your right toes. Inhale, open arm twist. Left arm opens towards the left side of the room. Lengthen through your spine, through the crown of your head on your inhale, and then exhale, twist open a little further Feel your left glute engage here. And can you pull your left hip back, right hip forward? Yes, you can. Stay with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, come back to low lunge. Magnetize your inner thighs. Inhale, crescent lunge. Shoulders lift up over your hips. Nice. And then your front knee, your left knee is stacked directly over your left ankle. You're pressed into your right toes so that your right heel stacks on top of your toes. Again, if you need to take a slight bend in your back knee to stack your shoulders over your hips, go ahead and do so. And then begin to straighten through your right knee. Feel that hip flexor stretch. Stay with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, vertical twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Twist towards the left side of the room, towards your left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist even deeper. Reach through both fingertips towards the front and back of your mat. Inhale, crescent lunge with control. Yes, you can. Exhale, warrior two. Get nice and set up in your warrior two stance. Heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Again, stack your shoulders directly over your hips. Find that 90-degree bend in your front knee and then spiral your front knee out towards the pinky side edge of your front foot. Engage through your arms. Press into the pinky side edge of your back foot. Find your breath. Where's your intention? Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm down, right arm up, and then over. Press into that pinky toe of your right foot and really lengthen one line of energy from the crown of your head out to your back leg. Can you lift up 1 inch out of your left side body? Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay with me. I know shaking is good. Left arm up and then back. Bump your hips forward. Feel the side body stretch through your entire left side. Stay with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands. Flow through whatever version of Chaturanga you'd like. Excellent work. Inhale together in our downward facing dog. Audible exhale. Let something go. Give yourself a little smile, a little playfulness as we prepare to flow. Breath to movement. Go at your own pace. Here we go. Inhale, lift your right toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, open arm twist. Right arm goes up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your hands. Flow through whatever variation we meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, your left toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, open arm twist, left arm lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your hands. Flow through your Chaturanga. Moving with your breath. Moving at your own pace. Down dog, one breath together. Let something go. We flow again. I encourage you, imagine you're moving through molasses. How slow and controlled can you make every transition, every movement? Inhale your right toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, open arm twist, right arm lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist, right arm back, left forward. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands. Flow through any variation. All right. Inhale your left toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, open arm twist, left arm lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your hands. Flow through, beautiful work. We meet in downward facing dog. All right. Down dog, breathe in here. Exhale, let it go. Another inhale, feel your heart pounding. Exhale, try to slow it down. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink down and back into an imaginary chair behind you. So your hips are sinking back and then down. The key is for your knees to be stacked as much over your ankles as they can. You want to be able to see all 10 toes beneath you. Maybe you wiggle them, give them a little playful flutter, say hello, and then place them one by one back down on the mat. Find your breath here. Find that strong core, yes. Inhale. Exhale, eagle on the right. Right arm comes under your left arm. Then right leg comes up and over your left leg. You can take a full bind, a half bind, a kickstand. If your arms are tight, you can grab for your shoulders. And the key here is to be the tallest person from your hips up, the smallest person from your hips down. So how can you bring your elbows up in line with your shoulders and then press your elbows out? Now can you sink your shoulders back over your hips as if you're sliding down a wall behind you? Yes, find one point of unmoving focus. Breathe and hold. Yes, you can. Hug your core in to stabilize. Inhale. Exhale. Gently unwind. Breathe here for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Give yourself a little smile. All right. Inhale, chair pose. Once again, you've been here before. Can you make it a little deeper? Yes. Again, engage that abdominal lock. Hug your belly button back towards your spine. Close your lower ribs. Inhale. Exhale, eagle on the left. Left arm under your right. Left leg up and over. Again, bring your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Press your elbows out. And then stack your shoulders on top of your hips. Find your breath. Imagine you're sliding down a wall behind you. How can you get lower through your hips but taller through your spine? Find one point of focus. Yes, you can. Know that you can and that you will. Inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind. Whew. Beautiful work. Hands come to heart center for a moment. Feel your heart pounding. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes if you'd like. Acknowledge all the hard work you've done. Again, give yourself a playful little smile. Find some joy in these movements. Inhale. Exhale together. Here we go. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time, inhale, one-legged mountain. Your right leg lifts, and then stack your joints. So right hip to right knee, 90-degree angle. Right knee to right ankle, 90 degrees, and then flex your right toes. Yes, 3 90-degree angles. Find your stability through your left leg. You're so strong. Inhale here. Exhale, standing figure 4. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. And again, imagine you're sinking down a wall behind you. So maybe you don't go as low. That's okay. Sink your hips back and down before hinging your torso. Yes. Keep your right foot flexed. Feel this opening through your right glute, your right hip. You're so strong. Stay with your breath. Find your stability. Can you keep sinking back in your left glute? Inhale, slowly rise back up with control. Exhale, release. Nice. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left leg lifts. Again, find those 3 90-degree angles. So from your hip to your knee to your ankle, and then flex your left toes. Stabilize through your entire right leg. Hug your core in. Inhale. Exhale, standing figure 4. Left foot crosses on top of your right knee. And then again, imagine you're sliding down a wall behind you. Try to keep your shoulders stacked as your right hip goes back and then down. Yes, try to keep your heart lifted. You might not go as far. That's okay. Feel that opening through your left glute. Can you keep sending your right hip back? Find one point of focus. Breathe here. Come back to your intention. Get a little playful. Find some joy. Lift your heart. Inhale here. Hold for one more exhale. Inhale, slowly rise up with control. Exhale, release. Whew, nice work. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Let it feel good. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, flow through high to low plank. Make sure your water bottle, your prop, whatever you chose to help you with balance is to the top right corner of your mat. We have one standing sequence on each side, building off of our sun B. Stay with me. Move with your breath. Have some fun with it. Inhale, lift your right toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, open arm twist, right arm lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Right away, exhale, warrior 2. You've been here before. Now we're moving into half moon. So if you know it, go ahead. If not, I will demo up here. You can move with me. Bring your attention into your right foot. Then slowly begin to lift your left toes. This is where your water bottle comes into play. Slowly hinge, stack your left hip on top of your right, open through your entire chest. So imagine you're in between 2 panes of glass. You want to stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Yes, maybe your hands on your water bottle for stability. Maybe you begin to release, lighten the grip on your hand. Stay with me. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come out of it. Nice. Warrior two. We're going to try it one more time. Maybe you didn't get it. Maybe you want a second chance. Maybe you hate me. That's okay. Inhale here. Exhale. Try it one more time. Half moon. Find that little step with your left foot. Hinge, hinge, hinge. And then fly. We're going to hold here. Yes, you can. Flex your left toes. Open through your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior two. Nice work. Inhale. Star pose. Let it feel good. Wiggle your hips, your wrists. Whew. Your glutes have done a lot of work. And then come into your Prasarita wide-legged forward fold. So tee out your arms, pigeon toe your feet. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge forward. Let your hamstrings feel this stretch. They've done a lot of work for you throughout this class, so find a little joy in letting them release, letting them lengthen. Your hands can fall underneath your face. You can grab for the outsides of your feet. If an inversion is in your practice and you want to play around with it here, we have a couple Bromans, a couple rounds of breath, so go ahead and take it. If not, can you press into the pinky side edges of your feet as you hinge your weight into your toes? Feel that stretch through your back body. Stay with your breath. Notice where your breath tends to wander in these static postures. You're in an inversion. Go ahead and come down. Meet us in Prasarita. Everybody inhale, halfway lift with your spine. Exhale, runner's lunge towards the top of your mat. Just spider crawl your fingers over to the right. Come down onto your back knee. Your right toe comes to the top right corner of your mat. And sink into your hips. Left hip can come forward, right hip back. And then let gravity do the work. Let yourself fall into this space. Maybe you come down onto your forearms if that's accessible for you. If you're on carpet like me and this hurt your wrists, go ahead and press into your fists instead of your wrists. Find your breath. Bring your heart rate back to normal. Use this moment to stabilize, to deepen. All right, we have one more push on this side. Yes, you can. Slowly walk your right toes back in between your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift up into low lunge. All right. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift up, hug your inner thighs together. I know you can. Exhale, crescent lunge with vertical twist, right arm back or left arm forward. Okay, now listen here. We're going into revolved half moon. So similar here, but just a little different because we're twisted. Begin to bring your weight into your right foot. Yes, you can. Lift your back toes. Left hand comes to your water bottle or down in front of you. Right arm lifts up. Can you bring your left foot up in line, or your left hip in line with your right? Open through your heart, through your chest. Yes, you can. Hold here. 2 rounds of breath. Exhale, slowly come back to your low lunge. Inhale, kick your right toes high. Exhale, flow through your Chaturanga. Beautiful work, everyone. Whew, we have one more side. Go ahead and bring your water bottle to the top left corner of your mat. You know where we're going. Have some fun with it. Have some playfulness as we flow. Inhale, lift your left toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, open arm twist, left arm lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. All right, here we are. We get 2 tries at it. Go ahead and flow into your half moon. So begin to shift Hinge forward with your left arm. Shift your weight into your left foot. And then lift your right toes high. Half moon your left fingertips. Reach for your water bottle or for the ground. Right arm lifts up. Try to stack your right hip on top of your left. Yes. Flex through your right toes. Stabilize. Maybe extra challenge. Gaze up towards your top hand. If you tumble, come right back in. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Whew. All right, let's try it again. One more time. Inhale, gaze forward, slowly. Hinge, tiptoe your feet. Find that half moon. Yes, you can. Your left glute is so strong. Flex through your right toes to stack your hips. Open through your right hand, your right arm. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Nice work. Inhale, star pose. Get big again. Take those wiggles, shakes. Ooh. Inhale. Exhale, Prasarita. Again, pigeon toe your feet. Hinge forward. Let yourself hang heavy. Find your breath. Half moon is such a challenging posture. You're all amazing for trying it. No matter where you were, know that that's exactly where you're supposed to be today. It's always something to play around with, something to practice. Come back to your breath. Come back to that intention. Continue to hinge your weight into your toes. Inhale, halfway lift with your spine. Exhale, runner's lunge towards your left foot. Spider crawl your fingers towards the top of your mat. Hands come to the inside of your left foot. Right knee comes down. Sink into your hips. So right hip forward, left hip back. Sink into this space. Again, come up onto your fists if you did so on the other side, if that's more comfortable. Maybe you come down onto your forearms if you did so. Just notice that every side is different. Our hips hold different amounts of tension and stress. So maybe you got to your forearms on one side, but not on the other. That's totally fine. Just acknowledge it and then let it go. All right, our last little push. Inhale, walk your left foot in between your hands, press up into your back toes, come to your low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, hug your inner thighs together, rise up, yes you can. Exhale, vertical twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Stay here. You know where we're going, revolved half moon. Begin to hinge your right fingers forward, shift your weight into your left foot, and then lift your right toes and hinge. You can find your water bottle. Lift your left shoulder open towards the sky. Your right leg reaches even higher. Yes, you can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist open one more inch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly come down. Low lunge. Inhale, left toes kick high. Woo. Exhale. Chaturanga, you made it. Amazing work. We meet in downward facing dog. In your down dog, inhale together. Audible exhale out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee comes to your right wrist. Right ankle comes to your left wrist. Come down onto your back knee. Then lift your shoulders up. Gaze over your right hip. Gaze over your right hip at your back toes. Make sure they're pointing directly back behind you. Then lift up, press into your front shin. Shine your heart. Inhale. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. If you'd like, you can come down onto your forearms. If this hurts your knee at all, you can always come down into supine figure four on your back. Feel free to go there if that's better for you. If you're in your half pigeon, can you sink forward into your hips without compromising the stability and the alignment. So rather than sinking into one side, can you find neutral, aligned hips and then sink forward and down? It's a lot to conceptualize, so maybe you don't have that today, but just think about it every time you go into this posture. Are you maybe sinking into your right side, sinking into your left side? Try to find that balance. Use your breath in these static postures, these static moments. Notice where your mind wanders to and just bring it back to this space. Send all that love to your right glute, to your left hip flexor. They did so much work for you today. As you're ready, softly press into your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then inhale, three-legged down dog. Maybe you take a scorpion dog. Maybe you take flip dog. Your right toes come all the way down. Lift your right arm high, lift your hips. Inhale. Exhale, everybody meet in down dog wherever you were. Inhale, lift your left toes high. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee comes to your left wrist. Left ankle comes to your right wrist. Your right knee comes down. Then press up into your left shin. Puff up your chest. Gaze over your left hip at your back toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sleeping pigeon if it's in your practice. Again, take notice of your hips. Did you sink into one side? Did you sink into the other? If you took supine figure 4 on your other side and that feels better for you, go ahead and take that here. Our hips, as I said, are not balanced. So notice if this side is more tight, maybe a little more loose than the other. No judgment. There's nothing you need to do about it. Just notice, acknowledge, and then come back to your breath. Come back to your intention as your mind starts to wander. Come back to the 4 corners of your mat. Come back to your breath. When you feel even on both sides, begin to press into your palms, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then inhale, 3-legged downward facing dog. Maybe you take scorpion dog. Maybe you come all the way into flip dog, drop your left foot, lift your hips high, send your left fingers forward. Inhale. Everyone make your way back to downward facing dog. Oof. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, come all the way through to a seat. Amazing work. And then lower down onto your back. Keep your feet directly underneath your knees. Maybe you tickle your heels with your fingers. If that alignment works in your body, what's most important is that your ankles are directly under your knees. All right. Then seal your lower back down into the mat so that there's no air, no space beneath your spine and between your spine and the mat. Inhale. Exhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips. Press into your feet as if they're kicking forward to engage your quadriceps. And then can you release your glutes? Feel this nice little back bend. Maybe you clasp your hands underneath your back. Shimmy your shoulders to create a little shelf for your heart. Lift your hips even higher. Keep pressing into your feet as if you're kicking forward with a soccer ball. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come all the way down. Find your way into Supta Baddha Konasana, right where we started. Soles of your feet touch, knees fall out wide. Again, bring your hand to your belly. Bring your hand to your heart. Notice your breath. Maybe you still have those long inhales filling up through every part of your torso. Maybe your breath is falling just in your belly. Maybe it's falling just in your chest, just in your sides. That's okay. Just notice and acknowledge. Softly grab for the outsides of your knees. Close your knees like a book and then rock and roll all the way up to a seat one last time. Bring your legs out in front of you, a deep bend in your knees, and remove any fleshy bits from underneath your sit bones. So really stay rooted in your sit bones. Deep bend in your knees. Inhale, lift your arms high. Exhale, seated forward fold. Just let your hands fall where they may. Let your entire back body, your entire spine, your torso just relax. The bend in your knees allows this stretch to be in your lower back. It's where we want it. If you're looking for a little more hamstring, you're welcome to straighten your legs, but we've done a lot of that already today. I encourage you to take the lower back stretch. Inhale, slowly roll up with your last bit of energy. Roll all the way down onto your spine. Hug your knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, happy baby. Grab for the insides or outsides of your feet. You can rock and roll side to side if your lower back is pressed into the mat. Maybe you get playful, make some happy baby noises, flutter your lips. Maybe you stick out your tongue, lion's breath. Whatever feels good to you, whatever works in your practice. As you're ready, slowly hug your knees into center. Inhale, lift your forehead up, give your knees a little kiss. Thank yourself for all the hard work you did. Imagine you're giving a loved one a big hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, release to your final Shavasana. Legs and arms go out long. Get out any little jitters, shakes, movements right away. You have the luxury of a full 5-minute Shavasana today. So settle in here. Know that I will guide you out when it is time. Use this moment to just release completely and let go. You are welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to move on with your day, take an intentional inhale and an intentional exhale. Softly begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Maybe you touch your thumb to every single finger pad. You can shake out your wrists, your ankles, and then take a big good morning stretch as if you're waking up for the first time today. Softly roll onto either side using your bicep as a pillow and hug your knees in towards your chest. Fetal position represents the rebirth of our practice off of our mat and into the rest of our day. I encourage you to take your intention into the world around you. Maybe find a little joy in something small later today, tomorrow, later this week. As you're ready, press up into a seat with as little effort as possible. Bring your hands to heart center. Eyes can remain closed or soft. Inhale together. Audible exhale. One more time. Inhale. Audible exhale. Inhale. Bring your thumbs to third eye center where you know before you know. Go in light, go in peace, go in love. It has been such an honor to guide you today. Bow forward to seal in your practice. Namaste.